One of the most gut-wrenching experiences you can have in a romantic relationship is when you feel you're doing all the work, you're making all the sacrifices, you're proving and proving and proving how loyal and committed you are. But your partner kind of breaks their promises and cheats on you and says they're committed. They say they want you. They show that they don't like it when you go, but very soon they go back to their old ways. They make you feel like you're unimportant. They start talking to everybody else. Then they hide their emails and their texts and their phone calls, and they lie and they cheat and so on. And it makes you feel like you're absolutely like a piece of dirt, like you don't matter, and all the effort you put in was a complete waste. You feel so betrayed that at that moment you just want to walk out. And guess what happens when you do walk out, or you threaten to walk out? That's when your partner gets scared, runs after you, promises you the earth, gets you back. Everything's wonderful for a short while, and then it all goes back to the same way. Your partner starts talking to other people, leaving you alone, lying to you, being with others, pretending, cheating, all sorts of things that make you feel that bile rising up in your throat that you just want to vomit. You can't believe that you're letting yourself experience this again. Are you an idiot? Are you a fool? Should you allow yourself to stay in this relationship? Will it ever change? Is there any hope? That's what you want to know. Should you keep making excuses for your partner? Give them another chance. Let them off the hook. Is it worth it? These are the moments when a lot of people come to consult with me as a therapist. They're at their breaking point. They've done everything they can. They've even sacrificed health, money, jobs, everything for their partner, and they don't get that commitment back. Or if they do, it's in tiny little dribs and drabs, and it soon disappears. And it's just heartbreaking. So here's a way for you to understand what's going on, why this keeps happening, so that you can then decide whether this kind of relationship is something you really want to continue. So let's take a moment and step inside your partner's mind and feelings and experience. Usually, people who say they're going to give you the moon and do everything that they say they will do for you, and then kind of let it all lapse, have a history of being abandoned. They have usually felt that they have given their all. They've made all the investments when they were very young and then later on again, and they've always been burned. People have let them down, abandoned them, betrayed them, disappeared on them, whatever, and now they cannot take that risk again. So what they do is they find someone like you who's willing to do all the work. You make the investment, you take the risk, and they can just do that whatever minimum they need to do to keep it going, but they're not going to put both feet in like they did before and drown. So they want you to do it, and of course you are. You're willing to make all the sacrifices, you're willing to prove, so they've kind of got it made. But when the point comes when you can't take it anymore, and you're empty and you've got nothing left to give, that's when the fear starts again of being abandoned, because you are at that moment considering leaving. So when you poke them in that place of fear, of abandonment, then they come running. Then it's all action stations going. They'll do everything they can to get you back. And as soon as they've got you back and they've made all the promises that seduce you into hoping that things will change, they take that back seat again. So if you try to understand it from a point of view of their fear of loss and abandonment, fear of wasted investment, fear of getting burned again, then you don't have to feel that it's personally about you. It's not whether you're good enough. It's not whether you care enough. It's not whether you are sexy enough. It's not whether you look good enough or whether you make enough money. It's about them protecting themselves against betrayal and abandonment that they have a history of. Now, what's going on at your end? You've probably also got a history of people walking out on you, of you feeling like you're not good enough for them, that you haven't done everything you could, that you need to make more and more efforts to prove that you're worth staying for. So when your partner isn't showing you what you want, which is for you to be number one, for the attention to be on you, then you go into the drive mode and start proving it even more and more and more and more. And then when it doesn't work, you're completely devastated and you just give up. And then that sets your partner's abandonment fear going, and they come rushing after you. So this is the cycle. You give and you prove, they feel good, then you want to leave, so their abandonment fears get triggered, they pull you back in, you have hope, you start giving again, and so the cycle continues. So what are we going to do about this? Because it's very painful on both sides. Here's what I advise the couples who come and see me on this issue about. How about starting with the word we and us rather than you and me? What you are doing to me or going to do. What you're not doing, what you are doing. What I need to prove, what you need to prove. What are we doing together? What are the risks we're taking together because this relationship matters to us most? Then you will feel equal in the relationship. You do take one step, your partner takes one step. See how it goes. See what kind of steps feel good to you rather than giving ultimatums, wanting absolute proof, because then you're going to just make your partner feel like they're in chains and they're going to want to run away again. They're going to want to cheat on you, to push you away, to make space, and then as soon as you disappear, they're going to want to get you back in again with all sorts of false promises, even though at that moment they're totally genuine in giving you their word. So instead of you feeling like you keep giving and then getting depleted and there's nothing left, take a step together. Take a little risk together, navigate it. Take another risk together, navigate it. See where you go together. Make it teamwork. Always check in with your partner about how they're feeling at each step of the way so you can monitor if they're feeling trapped, if they're feeling abused. How are you feeling? Are you feeling let down? Are you feeling tired? Are you feeling like you have to amp up the revs to prove something? Where are you at? Take each other's temperature each step of the way so that you don't feel alone. Neither of you feel like you have to do all the work or run away because it's just not worth it. So check in with each other, take each other's temperature, monitor what's going on. Step into the other person's shoes and see how they're feeling so that you can understand what they're doing and not make it something bad about you. You don't have to feel like you're the bad guy when they run away from you. It's probably not about you. It's something that happened in their past. And when you feel that you have to do all the work and prove and prove and prove, and you need to make sacrifices to seduce your partner into wanting you again, that's your stuff, where you get tricked into thinking that the more you do, the more your partner's going to want you. It's not that way. Maybe your partner feels that the more you do, the more obligated they are, or the more chains you're putting on them. So each of you have to check it out with each other and see where you're at in moment to moment, and you hold hands through that journey, and that's how you create a great foundation where both of you feel secure, stable, satisfied, and comfortable in your intimacy with each other. Now, if you liked the video, or even if you didn't like it, please do me a favor, make some comments, tell me what you liked and why you liked it, tell me what you didn't like, and most of all, tell me what you would like more of. How can I give you more advice that you're looking for? And hope to see you next time when we can meet again and talk about more of the most important relationship issues that you're struggling with.